I'm going to do an in-cab inspection now. In-cab inspection is where you are showing the examiner that you know everything on the inside of the truck, at least the important parts. You should do this in an order every single time. You don't want to be all over the place because then you're going to forget something. So what I like to do is start at eye level right here to my left and work across the front. Okay, then I'm going to drop down. I'm going to get things that are down here and work across, and then I'm going to drop down again until I'm down to the pedals, and then one more time until we hit the emergency equipment. So I'm going to begin now. First thing I'm going to do, check my windows that are right beside me. I want to make sure they're clean and clear, not broken or damaged, and that they roll up and down on both sides the way that they're supposed to. Next, we'll talk about our mirrors. They are properly secured to the truck. They're not broken or damaged. They're free from any dirt. And you want to make sure you tell them that it is adjusted for the driver. You want to be able to see out of your mirrors. Okay, we're moving across. We have our windshield. Again, it's clean and clear. It's not broken or damaged. And you don't want to have any illegal stickers. You can't have like a big Nike Air sticker in your windshield. So, no illegal stickers. Next, we're going to drop down a little bit. We're going to get all of our gauges. But before you start talking about your gauges, group them all as a whole. All of my gauges are properly illuminated and working. Now we're going to go into our oil pressure. Our oil pressure, it rises to normal seconds after the engine started. Same for your water temperature. It also rises to normal seconds after the engine started. We have our tachometer, which is your RPMs, and our speedometer, of course, your miles per hour. Both of them are working properly. I have my primary and secondary air gauges. Both of them are in a proper range and they're working. My fuel tank, I'm just over a half a tank of gas. Oh, I said gas. Half a tank of fuel. Okay, it's working properly. Next, our voltmeter. Some trucks have a gauge, some is digital. This one's digital. So for your voltmeter, you have to tell him it needs to be between 10 and 14 or in the green if you have the dial. There's one thing on here that you can't see right now, and that is your ABS light. So you're going to tell him my ABS light, it came on when I started up the truck, and then moments later it turned off. As long as it turns off, then it's working properly. Some older trucks, that light will stay on until you hit 5 miles an hour, and then it shuts off. Okay, that should be good for our gauges. Now we want to make sure we show him that our defrost works. Our heater is working. You're going to wave your hand up top for defrost, down bottom for heater. Okay, I'm going to go into things that blink. I got my left turn signal. It looks to be working. I got my right turn signal. It's also working. I have my four-way flashers. It's working. Okay, what other things illuminate? Well, we got our headlights. Our headlights are working, and our high beams are working. In case it's raining outside, let's make sure our windshield wipers are working and that they expel the windshield wiper fluid, which they do. Good to go on that. A deer runs out in front of us. We want to beep the horn. We got a city horn. We got an air horn. Both of them are working properly. Steering wheel. I can't have more than 10 degrees or 2 inches of play in a 20-inch wheel. Let's get down to our pedals now. Our clutch, our service brake, our fuel pedal, and our gear shifter. None of those have any excessive play. Next is our emergency equipment. This is the last thing we're going to talk about. I have a fire extinguisher that's under the passenger seat. It's secured to the floor. It's also dated and rated. This truck, it runs off of breakers. If it did use fuses, we would keep our spare fuses in the glove box. And you always have to have 3 reflective triangles somewhere in your truck. Ours is in a box in the sleeper. That should be good.